and my brother Mark. I love you, and thank you for all the help and support along the way. How easily men could make things much better than they are if they only all tried together. That was Winston Churchill, written in 1909, in a letter to his wife. And when he said men, he obviously means men and women, but he's a man of his generation. So it's everyone. How easily people could make things much better than they are if they only all tried together. Some of us don't. Some of us are bastards. Introduction. I always thought I'd write a book about my life towards the end of my life, like General Ulysses S. Grant did or Charlie Chaplin did. But I have noticed that a number of people, maybe lots of people, have done autobiographies in the middle of their lives, or even several autobiographies over different slices of their lives. I came to the conclusion that I didn't really know what the rules are for this. I think I'm a really boring person. I think I am naturally boring. Probably most of us are. Interesting people, too, probably decided at some point in life that they were boring and wanted to be more interesting. Like Che Guevara, who was a medical student, a little bit boring, and then threw on a beret, became a revolutionary, and became way more interesting. Billy Connolly, the great Scottish comedian, who really influenced my work, used to say in his stand-up material that he did certain things to make himself windswept and interesting. I identify with that. It's bonkers that in this world some people are just trying to live and exist while I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I've done some interesting things, and now I'm going to write an autobiography, which is really a biography about a car, if you think about it. But that is the situation I find myself in. I've done a certain number of things in my life and have now reached an age and a state of mind where I've come to reflect on those things. And some people want me to write them down or even talk them out of my mouth. Yes. It was at the end of the documentary Believe, the Eddie Izzard story. Footnote. So there's Believe, the Eddie Izzard story, the documentary, and this is Believe Me, a memoir of love, death, and jazz chicken. So they both got Believe It, and they sort of cross over. One's the video. It's not the same. They should blend together in some way. Anyway, end of footnote. So it was in Believe, the Eddie Izzard story, the documentary, when Sarah Townsend, the director, who had been shooting interviews with me for some time, said that I never really say anything. And I thought, well, I'm up for saying lots of things. But maybe I was being guarded, or trying to make everything very palatable or funny, and therefore I never seemed to say anything that really cut through the mist of being a performer, an actor, and a personality of some sort. Then, towards the end of the film, I started talking about my mother, who died when I was 6, and that's when I said something revelatory. I said, I know why I'm doing all this. Everything I do in life is trying to get her back. I think if I do enough things, that maybe she'll come back. I remember that when I said those words in the film, I didn't really feel like it was me talking, because it wasn't my conscious brain talking. It was my subconscious brain, and for some reason it was saying, here's what's really going on. Here is a note to yourself. Something like that. Footnote here. It really was an odd moment, because I remember it as getting a flash of, oh, I understand. But when I think back on the moment, I still don't quite understand. It's really odd. It's like the subconscious brain said, here's the information. And now, because I'm back in the conscious world, and ever since I said it, I look back and I go, wow, is that what's going on? And it probably is what's going on, but it's a curious thing. Anyway, end of footnote. So, I think it is true. I think that trying to bring my mother back is at the base of everything I'm doing and everything I've ever done. On top of that, of course, there is also ego